record this session so we can review it. So yeah, these sessions are more of a discussions, and one person cannot be perfect in looking at things, so that's why we work together. And yeah, if you have a way that has been working for you to analyze the markets, you are welcome to pitch in and share things that can help others, help me. So this is more of a discussion. I'm going to give you my opinion, what market did, where the market can go. Obviously, there's 50-50 chance that what I say about next week, it can be true or it can be false. All right. So we're just looking at different things, trying to come up with a picture to follow for next week. So I will first go ahead and look at what happened last week. And for that, we'll look at weekly chart for QQQ. Okay. I'll also look at the weekly chart for SPY. Why these two? This is where really what the market moves wherever they move, right? Mainly the QQQ. Yeah, QQQ is the technology sector. We have the Mag 7, right? So they are the ones who really pull the market in a direction. So that's why we look at these. And then we have SPY. SPY may have, well, majority of SPY is also tech stocks. But then, there are other stocks, healthcare stocks, that has some weight in that. But majority of the things that's moving the market is tech, the Meg 7, right? So that's why we look at QQQ first. So what really happened? Okay, so we see a big drop back over here. Okay, this is when the Trump had started with the tariff, February. Okay, then it comes all the way back, breaks that resistance. Okay, so that was a resistance. We had a big bullish candle here, broke that. Okay, and then it set the direction to the up. Okay, so right now we are in a bullish uptrend overall. Okay, so for it to go bearish, for it to go in a downtrend, it has to break this level right about here. Okay, this is where it consolidated for a little bit, and then it had a big bullish. That's where the buyers that's where the buyers started coming in. Okay, and if you really zoom in here, so if we really zoom in here, what we see here is a small demand zone. Okay, so this here is about a demand zone. Okay, so now for the market to go really down south, okay, it needs to break this.
अजय चाइना तो 500 प्लेन
Anji, someone say something? No? Okay, I'll continue. Okay, so this zone here is about what, 530? Get 530. Let me delete this. Okay, so we have 526. Okay, so so the low of this, I'll cover that. So right about here. So about 523. Okay, so pretty much for the market to go really down south, it needs to break this. Okay, but until it breaks it, we are not going to be in a downtrend. It can come here, go up, come here, come down, then go up, then come here, but not really break this. Okay, and then it starts to go back up. It can do this move. Okay, so it can do something like that. But yeah, until it really fully breaks this, we're not going to be in a downtrend. So overall, we're in a uptrend, bullish uptrend. Um, but we see that, there were a couple of weeks. So like this week, July 28th, it had a pretty bearish week here. This was an engulfing here. So I'm sure some people shorted, and they were, all those people who were shorting got trapped because there was a support here. Yeah, there was a support right about here, and it didn't break that. And then next week we had a pretty solid bullish week. I mean, there's no VIX at all on the bottom or on the top, just a solid, body. Okay. And then the following week it broke this resistance right about here. There was the open and the close was above that resistance. This was, a good candle, and it would, suggest that we are gonna keep trending higher, but we can't always be certain. Okay. So what really happened is, we had last week, came down all the way here. Though, we see a big long wick, and then the buyers, came in and they pushed the price up. But we still closed below. Well, did we really close below the low? We didn't. So they just barely managed. So the buyers just barely managed to close right at the low of the previous week. Okay. Um, so the way I look at next week going from this price action, most likely sideways. That's what I see. We have a low right about here, and a high right about here for these 2 weeks. I'm thinking it's just gonna bounce back and forth here unless we get some really positive news. And we do have some events. So Fed just announced they're going to lower the rates in September. So once that news come out, we will see a direction being set at that point. We can either go down here, retest this, come back. We can move something like this. Oops. Yeah, we can move something like that. So for this is for like next few weeks until that announcement from the Fed for the lowering the rates. If they don't lower the rates, yes, we will see a downtrend. But most likely they are going to lower the rates. So at this point, with the QQQ, we have two support zones. We have a zone here, 552 to 544.66, and then we have this, the big demand zone at 524. So it can definitely come out, grab liquidity, come down here, and then go back up, or it may retest this and then go back up like this way. So last weekend I had looked at a market dex, which is available on Traditix. And I was at that point right about here. I was looking at these two negative bars, red bars. Yeah, the 14th and the 15th. And I had said that, we can expect some downtrend last week. And that's exactly what happened. We had a major downtrend. Uh, this week, but yeah, so last week we had, these 2 days where it really went down, and then we saw going green. And this, on Friday we had this massive green bar. Um, so again, you know, I am thinking that it's gonna go sideways. Okay, uh, because the market is not really broken. Okay, we are still in an overall uptrend, and there are some positive events that's coming. So because of that, I think it's gonna go slightly sideways and then it's gonna go back up. Especially, I think when we get into the winter months, Santa rally and all that. I think we can see a massive move to the up. But market dex is showing green bars, so tomorrow or midweek, we can expect to kind of go up and then maybe go down from that point after midweek. So there will be some ups and downs next week. That's what I'm saying. So that's the sideways movement. So it'll go up, down, but overall stay in that sideways pattern. Is Manjeet on the call? If Manjeet is there, he can also give some of his opinion. I don't think he's there.
It was earlier, but not now. I don't see
Yeah.
him.
Okay. No worries. Okay. So that was a market dex. We looked at the QQQ. I'm just gonna quickly look at some of the stocks that had weekly breakouts. I do have some. So let me pull some of those here. Okay, let's see. Okay, so last weekend I had looked at miners, and one of the stock that I had mentioned was BTG. Where is it? Okay, okay. So BTG, this is the stock we had looked at, and it did really good. It moved up. So this was we looked at last weekend. Yeah, 16th. So right, we were here. So yeah, it kind of went down the first 2 days, but then it moved. It came back the last 3 days, and it ended up actually having a weekly breakout. So actually, so it yeah, what happened in here? It had a weekly breakout the last week, not the last week, but the week before. So we see this candle, breaking this resistance. And then last week it kind of retest that resistance. So that there was a resistance here that became a support for BTG, and then from there it went higher. It went higher than the previous week high, right about here. It's closing above the previous week high. So it's moving in a pretty good uptrend here. We can see starting from here. You can see starting from here, made a keep on making a higher high. So if you were to track all of this, so we can see that it's moving in a very nice uptrend. It had a few uh, um, broken resistance. So there was a resistance here, and we can see there was a resistance here. It goes down, comes back to retest the same resistance, goes down, but it doesn't break the low. Okay, it goes down, makes a higher high, and then it eventually breaks that resistance. And this was a retest again here for the same resistance here. Makes a higher high, and then it keeps on going higher. So the next resistance sits about right about here at 429. So if you are taking my learning classes, we can pinpoint some chalk here, which is a change of character, and that would have been right about at this resistance. Okay, so what happened? It goes down. So this there was a support here, breaks that support, so it goes lower high, goes consolidate, goes up. This was the trap right about here below the support, and then once it breaks this resistance right about here, this was a change of character. So this was a change of character. Um, we can also use the trend lines. So so actually, it's in a yeah, it's hitting a bearish trend right about here. I am not a big fan of these trends. I just like to see it, but I am more of a market structure, and I can see that it's making a higher high. It has a change of character. So on that basis, I will ignore that there is this bearish trend. It is pretty old, and also we didn't really get to retest that here. So there was actually another trend which did get break. If you were to look at this right about here. So this was the trend that got broke. So now it's firmly in a uptrend.
Is this a 1 year chart?
This is a weekly chart.
What's your trading perspective on this? Are you trading this long term, or is this like a scalp?
No, I'm just pulling stocks that moved up last week. We're just kind of reviewing those.
What is this? Gold?
This is BTG, B2 Gold. This is a mining company. So it's a not precious metals.
Interesting. Show the
Yeah.
1 year.
Yeah, we can look at it in a 1 year perspective, a daily chart, but you can see that it's keep on hitting a higher highs.
I don't see bearish trend line. If anything, it's reversed. They already broke the previous all-time high. Seems like it's establishing support.
Yeah, no,
Based on the 1 year.
yeah, that's exactly what I said. Yeah, that's exactly what I said. That it broke the bearish trend. So it's in a uptrend right now.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm just reviewing stocks that had like weekly breakouts. So this was one of them. Yeah, if you have anything that you want to look at, we can look at that. Um,
No, not off the top of my head. I think everything's pretty hot right now.
yeah.
Mm.
Iran, we can look at Iran and
Oh, that's crazy. What is this? Biotech?
no, this is your crypto data processing center. They do they do the cryptos.
Crypto, like an exchange, or I don't know what you're saying.
So there's like
Iran.
a lot of companies who are like a data processing center, but they are under the umbrella of data processing. But these companies actually produce tokens, crypto tokens.
Oh, wow, it's
So
a
these
very
are
weird
so
chart.
just like we looked at B2G, they are the miners for the precious metals. So these data processing companies, they are the miners of crypto tokens. Just like Riot. You have heard of Riot, right?
Yeah, right. That was like one of the main ones, and then there was like
Yeah.
Bitmine too. I remember that.
Yes, there are a few of them. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't heard Riot in a long time. I remember they
Yeah.
exploded during COVID.
Yeah, right there. You can see that.
Oh wow, they came down really hard. Yeah, no. I
Yeah,
mean that's it's what happens with like the crypto, like the exchanges, they make money when there's transactions and volume, but as soon as the
yeah,
crypto winter comes, like they all crash. That's the
yeah,
only like high risk about these stocks. That's why they're so cheap and they're breaking out now because we're at like all-time highs in crypto.
yeah,
But as soon as it like
exactly.
falls off, it's gonna come down hard. That's the only like that's like the biggest risk with these.
Yeah,
Dang, right? $13. Wow. That's
exactly.
insane. I
And
remember it was
yeah,
like a
Riot
thousand.
Riot has been in a pretty much sideways. You can see that it's just in a range.
Yeah, I don't know. That's crazy.
Yeah. But I mean, Riot is different. But if you look at Iran is not
Yeah,
in a
I'm looking at it as
sideways,
well. I mean, it still hasn't even hit its all-time peak from before.
right?
It was at like 25. It is kind of breaking out, but then it revolves back to
Yes.
that crypto is because if you notice it bottomed out April 8th, right? That's when we had like
Yeah.
all the crypto things with Trump. So
Yeah.
it's I don't know if they're making money or if it's just all hype, but it's
That's
probably
why I
all hype.
that's why I don't get to them. I just look at them, but I don't get into them.
I don't know. I'm just gonna buy SPY, dude. Oh, Mara. Have you seen Mara?
Mara is another one. Yeah, Mara's the same
Yeah,
thing. Yeah. Yeah,
yeah,
Mara is the same thing.
crazy. All right.
Same thing. Yeah. So yeah, we look at all of these data processing. Last week they had a bullish week in all of them. CCL Carnival is looking good, but still, I mean, it looks like it broke the resistance. It is in a uptrend. It broke the previous resistance right about here, 2872. Retests that, and now it's moving up. And carnivals, they usually, so these are cruise lines. They make really good money when there's a vacation time. So like winters, summers, that's where they make the most of their money. So these do have seasonality in them. But it is approaching a resistance right about here, about $31. So you want to see what it does next week. Um, although it's breaking out this week, last week, you want to wait a little bit more to see if it clears this off for good.
This would be good for long term, right?
Yeah, sure. I mean, yes. This is Carnival, cruise lines. So the whole point is once the interest rate starts dropping,
Okay. So, okay.
what that's gonna do is gonna open a lot of the money for the consumers, right? Because now they will be
Okay.
able to take loans, their mortgages will get cheaper. They'll be able to save money. If they have like high loans on a high interest rate, they'll be able to refinance. They'll be able to save money. And what do they do with the save money? Well, they take cruises.
Yeah.
So yeah, and yeah, it is a
It is a
fairly
risk. It is a risk, though.
low
You have to
point.
touch on that because I mean, it is. Think about the demographic that goes to cruise lines. I don't think anyone that's young is. It's mainly like retirees, right? I think if you want to look at long term, like just assess your risk. If you are
Yeah,
worried about losing your money, don't buy single stocks like this. I just
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, for sure.
ETFs. I don't know whoever
Yes.
said if it's good for long term. You just sounded kind of hesitant. So I would say just assess your risk. Like if you're investing with money that you're afraid to lose, be diversified. Like you still have exposure to Carnival or like any other cruise line like Norwegian or Royal through
Yeah.
like Dow or Spy. Dow mainly, but I mean it's just I wouldn't invest in a single stock like especially I don't know. It's just a lot of risk. Like I understand maybe if like it's a tech company, but with Carnival they're so susceptible to macro movements And what he said about moving the interest rates down, yes, it's going to stimulate the economy in that it lowers credit card rates. People take more risk. They're going to take more vacations, but it's not a guarantee, right? And especially, I was reading a report. It's like people are moving away from cruise lines. It's not really like for young people. You know what I mean? It's like it's a lot of retirees. It's just there's risk in it. That's it. Same thing. Like I tried to play like the airlines during COVID, and some of them never even recovered. Like I still am a bag holder for like I think it was United that I got like hooked on. But I mean, it happens. It's just I should have just bought an ETF or something.
Yeah. Um, so, Carnival was going in a range, and we can see it right about here. And then what happens is, it breaks that range and then goes all the way down. So right now it is on kind of on the bottom of the range. So yeah, I would say there is room for it to go up. Especially it is, hitting. It came from like 52 weeks low down here. So there is a room for it to go up. It is not a bad company. Um, you know, so, and there are events, just like I mentioned, the lower the interest rate is gonna, give people will be able to save money, and yeah, people do like to take cruises. So I do see a room for it to go up, especially when we look at the this the 50% is about at $40. So I'm thinking that it is going to hit. So this is the the golden zone. I'm thinking it is definitely going to hit this golden zone right about there. May not, I mean, may not go make a new high, but yeah, it's definitely, I think, gonna come right about here. So that's that for that. Let's see what else is.
Since Powell's hinting like for rate cuts, do you think the dividend yields like MSTY should go up?
Which one?
MSTY because Powell's hinting rate cuts. Do you think the dividend yield is going to go up for dividend
The
stocks?
dividend?
Yeah, just for dividend stocks in general.
So the dividend stock has nothing to do with the interest
Yeah.
rate,
So the one
and
thing about the
Nothing.
dividend paying stocks, especially something like yield maxing, so basically you're putting your faith in whoever's managing the fund, hoping that your dividends that are paid out offset the losses of the stock going down. So I mean, theoretically, if the rates are lowered, it should, in like, it's all theory, right? It's all economic theory. But
Yeah.
if the lower rates, people are going to take more risk. They could
yeah,
buy yield max, but honestly, if they cut rates, everything's going to go up just because money's sloshing around.
right.
Yeah.
There's cheap money out there to borrow. But I think there's a lot better options to put money in other than yield max because it's kind of like gambling. Like,
And it's almost like leverage too, right?
yeah, like I would stay away from it. That's just my opinion, though. Just because I've been
No, I
burned,
totally
like
support it. Yeah.
yeah, just keep an eye out. Like if you're trying to protect your capital, honestly, just find a low risk company like Archer or Rocket Lab, things that
Archer,
are like in the
Lunar's
leader.
good too, right?
I'm not too sure about that. I can't speak on it, but if you find a company that's like in process of kind of pushing towards new tech, that's what I would risk my money on. You know what I mean? It
Low
paid
capital
off with
stocks.
Rocket
Perfect.
Lab because they were around 16 and it was real risk because they were trying to push a neutron rocket, which ended up working out. But if I were to put that money into yield max instead of that, I'd be down right now. You know what I mean? So you just have
Yeah.
to
Yeah. Yeah.
assess your risk, find things that interest you and learn about them. That's the best thing that I can like offer as advice. Because if you're just gonna be finding stocks online and investing in them, you're never it's hard. It's really hard.
Yeah. Perfect. Thank you.
All right, we'll get into banks. So lowering rates, it's very favorable for the banks. This is one of them. This is Regions Financial Corporation. And we can see that there was a bearish engulfing, but then it moved quickly up and had a solid bullish week last week. The resistance sits right about here at 27.96. I definitely think it's going to hit that. The high of this was back here about $39. And it is going in a uptrend, making higher highs. I think another bank, so JP Morgan, how's that looking? Yeah, JP Morgan is hitting all-time high.
Wow, I haven't looked at JP in such a long time. That's crazy. It makes sense though.
Yeah,
They're like one of the
yeah.
biggest backers for all big like up and coming tech stocks. Like yeah, they were. I think they were in like the bullish thing as well. I'm not too sure though. I forgot.
Yeah, I think they were. Can
Mm.
you check
Yeah,
Goldman Sachs if possible?
Goldman.
GS.
Yeah. Okay. Hold. Yeah, same thing, right?
Okay.
Banks, investment banks, they're going to do good.
One thing I always like to see is that sharp V. You know, it just kind of shows that even though it drops, there's money. There's people waiting on the sidelines. They're waiting for that
Yeah.
price to come down. Same thing happens with Nvidia and like Microsoft. Uh, it dips hard and people just buy it right up. The one thing that does concern me is that they're still locked into that Apple deal. They're losing money on it, but its stock's still going up. It's pretty cool.
So Hive is another one of those data centers. Is it? Yeah, it says IT services. What does it do? Strong buy. Engages in building a bridge between the digital currency and blockchain. Yeah, so yeah, same thing. Mining cryptocurrency, including Bitcoin and other coins. So yeah, I mean, we can see all of them having a pretty bullish week last week. And so for few weeks, it is in a uptrend. So, I mean, if you're a long-term holder, if you like to hold things for long term, yeah, a lot of these data processing companies, they're actually have hit the low and they seem to be like moving up now. And they're pretty cheap. Hive is like $2.52 right now.
Can you show the max?
Max, oh my gosh, Max is where?
Yeah, I just want to
Max is
highlight
right
something
here.
real quick. Yeah, so
Crazy.
if you notice those crazy spikes occur right around like crypto have like
Yeah,
Bitcoin halving. So you got 2017, the first bull run, 2021, and then we're kind of I'm not sure if I'd call it accumulation right now. I would just be wary. If crypto spikes, of course it's gonna go up, but just a heads up.
yeah. And here it is. It did hit the low back in December 2022, same low right about here,
Yeah, I
and
see.
started moving up.
Yeah, I saw it touch 45 cents too in 2020, but it didn't go that low this time. So, I mean, there
Yeah,
are gonna always gonna be bag holders. It's just something to be cautious about.
yeah. And the resistance, where it's keep on hitting is that it sits about right about 550. So from 250 to 550, plenty of room if it gets there. So it should get there. What else is there? What
Can
happened
you check
with the
Oklo?
Oklo? Yeah,
OKLO. It's been
yeah,
bearish
yeah.
for like for a whole week, I think. It dropped down 80 to like 70,
As natural
72,
gas,
70.
right?
No, nuclear power.
Nuclear, yeah.
Yeah,
No, it is an uptrend. I mean, so we can see it breaks this resistance, then breaks this resistance. So I mean, I see it going up.
I definitely see it as a long-term trend.
Yeah,
Hold
yeah,
as well.
yeah. And we just tested the golden zone last week, and it didn't break below that, so that's a
I
good thing.
see.
ZM, did it have earnings? It did have earnings. It had a massive week last week. Zoom. It's been down for such a long time. And yeah, during COVID, the high that it hit, it's about 400 right about here.
Yeah, just
Wow.
because there was 0% interest rates. Remember that? They were just buying whatever. It was insane. It was easy money. You could just close your eyes, pick a stock, and buy calls, and you'd make money during COVID. It was
Right?
insane.
Yeah.
And that was crazy.
Yeah. Oh, it's not a bad company. I know they're doing a lot of updates to its application. I'm using Zoom right now, so um, they're integrating AIs in there. Uh, of course, they have a lot of competition, Microsoft being one. Um, so they need to develop more product for it to have more things. But yeah, this is the resistance sits right about here at $90. It's at 82. Uber. Oh no, I wanted to look at Hood.
Oh yeah, good.
So I actually had marked these 2 points. Let me go in daily. Okay, right about there. So I had a retest point number one at 109 and a retest point number two at 102. It hit my retest point number two and bounced off. So it's looking good. Still, pretty good resistance sitting right about here, and it did give us a bearish engulfing, but I think it's gonna take an out. It is in a pretty strong uptrend, and yeah, I have this thing here bullish above 90. So as long as it stays above 90, I'm bullish on it. And why the 90? I feel if it breaks 90, then it can go slightly down. That's a nice move up, though. Did anyone capture all this move?
I had a lot of Robinhood like when it was around $40. I saw it
Oh,
hit.
wow.
I saw it hit 70, and I dumped all of it. But I've been playing options. I think it's a little expensive right now. Long
It
term, it
is,
will
yeah.
continue to go up just because they're like price to earnings is kind of crazy. But they're one of the main like brokerages that pioneered crypto a lot for like it made it easier for people to buy crypto basically because before you had to go
Yeah.
through these crazy exchanges or weird exchanges like MetaMask or all these weird like online brokerages. So they will continue to go up, especially because people kind of just gamble their money on there with the options. It's a good buy
Right.
if you're thinking like 2 3 years. I think it'll hit 200.
Yeah.
Same thing happened with like TSM. It was really undervalued. I started buying like 130 and it's 200 something now. It's still undervalued. If we look at TSM, uh, their estimated projections based on like revenue, it's like plus 300. They're still pretty undervalued.
This is retesting right about here. This was a perfect retest. So also this was the resistance, and last week it hit that same. Yeah, great, good uptrend here also, and there's the bullish engulfing right about there. So this area right here, it's a good area. Demand zone 207 to 206. So as long as it stays above this, it's bullish.
Let's look at Archer. I think it's pretty good graph just to show like accumulation.
What
And
is
then it
Archer?
touches
A
it's ARCH, no ACHR.
Oh, Archer. Yeah, ARCH. No, is it? Is it right?
ACHR.
ACHR, aviation. Okay.
Mhm. And then I think if you hit the 1 year, yeah. So it kind of goes back to what I was saying earlier. So that entire range between like 9 through 11, it's all accumulation, and it goes back to that where I was saying you either buy like a yield max dividend paying stock, or you put your money in something that kind of has legs, but it's really hypothetical, right? Because like
Yep.
there's a lot of hurdles for them to do air taxis through the FCC and things like that.
Yeah.
But one thing that is solid are their like electric VTOLs, and that's the why you see the accumulation because there is like the stock has legs, but it just needs a catalyst to shoot up or down. So you just have to find something that interests you. There's a lot like that. Um, if you want to, I have a pretty big bag. I think it's a good stock. They are like that partner for the Olympics as well. Um, it's good. Same thing with Rocket Lab. Oh, they're doing their neutron rocket. It's gonna actually, I think, it's gonna be better than SpaceX just because it's cheaper. It can handle bigger payloads. Um, Stocks are good. You know, like it's nice to find cheap stocks that you think are gonna explode crazy, but you gotta just assess your risk. Like I'm sure Jess Winder and I, maybe we have a higher risk tolerance, so we're looking at these $2 stocks or something. But you know, if you're like barely starting out, don't make the same mistake I did when I first started trading, just buying these no name stocks that are like super risky. If I would have just put all my money in an ETF, it probably would have
Yeah.
exploded even more so. But that's just my advice. Just because I've lost a lot of money, that's one thing that maybe everyone can kind of skip that part of the learning phase, like where you just burn your cash. But it happens. It's part of the learning phase.
Yeah. So I mean, I since last year, I've been telling people how to design the portfolio. And your portfolio should, like you said, about I would say 60 to 70% should be holding ETFs. Okay. And then about 20% it's individual stocks, and then 10% is where you can play with the options. So that's the way I like to design the portfolio. So majority of your portfolio should be in ETFs.
Yeah. It's pretty
So
conservative, yeah. I think it
yeah.
gets also based on age range because 18 to 30 are like prime time, be aggressive, you know?
Yeah,
I would
yeah,
I would go
exactly.
as far as to say maybe do like 30% ETF and the rest pick singular stocks. That's what I do. Probably I'll
Yeah,
rebalance when I hit like 30 years old,
yeah,
but I just assess your risk. You know, if you don't have disposable income, do more ETFs and then follow Jazz Winder's advice. I think that's solid for a conservative portfolio.
yeah. Tiger. Anyone did any trading in Tiger? Well, I'm calling it Tiger. I don't know if it's pronounced Tiger, but it's a Chinese company. This is like a Chinese Robinhood, Chinese version of Robinhood. They are the financial brokers. I had taken some positions in it. I think last year, and right now, if you look at it, I mean, look at this trend.
Seems pretty strong.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah,
crazy. I like that initial pump and dump, and then like
right.
you like to see that, right? Where it doesn't actually hit that previous low. It's like there's legs to it. You kind of see the same thing with the IPOs we had with Bullish and Figma. People pump dump and then they realize, oh, there's actually validity behind this stock and they start accumulating. That's a good one. I like that. That's a good one.
Yeah, and look at where the high was right about here, 32, 38. Right now it's at $12. So that's looking good. BE BE is an energy, and it had a massive weeks. What do they do? Electrical products. So manufacturing? Yeah, manufacturer and installation of a solid oxide fuel cell based power generation platform. It's interesting.
A lot of big words.
Was that?
A lot of big words in that.
Yeah, but I mean, it had massive weeks, last few weeks.
Yeah, it looks like they focus mainly in generation and data centers, which is
Right,
huge.
exactly.
Yeah, data is projected to grow like 30% year over year based on like the federal website that I'm looking at. I think that's a good stock,
Yeah,
but
yeah. I mean, it's hitting all-time high.
yeah.
Went over
And then with
all-time.
yeah, with AI, it'll continue going. I saw a report that it takes to respond to an email. I think it uses the amount of water as like a water bottle. So maybe we can like look at some water stocks too. I just haven't took the initiative to look, but I'm sure that'll be a good play as well.
That's true. No, you're right. Absolutely right. What
And
was this?
then
The
we have like
water.
the space race too. It's not really like talked about a lot, but we have satellites that we fight with China in space. They try to kind of come close to its orbit to kind of pick up the signals that other countries' satellites are giving off. So there's like a space fight going on right now in dominance. So it'd be nobody really talks about it. A good company is like ASTS, and then of
Do you think
course
LUNR is good too? Lunar?
Lunar. Let me see.
Because it's like $9 right now. It's in like the space game right now.
Yeah, I mean, I would throw some money at it just because we're investing so much money into space. We even have the international. They just created the division in the Air Force. It's like the
Yeah.
International Space Force or something like that. So the money's there. I think it's very slept on. It's a good thing to highlight. Might as well just take a position. It goes back to one of those things where it's like there's a lot of risk, right? But there's legs to it. It's kind of
Yeah,
in the same.
momentum.
Exactly, yeah. It's in the same bucket as like Archer and Rocket Lab. Like
Yeah.
it's right on the edge. If you're gonna do yield max, I'd rather you just buy that or like
Yeah,
ASTS.
you're right. MSCY.
Yeah, I wouldn't touch yield max, but that's me. Like if it was my money, I wouldn't put it there.
So what's going on with the airlines? Why are they
Nice,
going up?
nice recoveries. I think just because they had all those crazy strikes during COVID, the COVID shutdown, and then they followed by the
Yeah.
strikes, and then unionizing. They spent so much money on union busting, and then they're a public facing corporation, right? Like a lot of people interact with them, so public opinion really drew that stock down. They do make money. They're never gonna. The government will never allow those stocks to explode, right? We need airlines,
Yeah.
just like
Yeah.
Intel. Intel is not a good company at all. Their chips suck. They tried to break into the graphics card industry with the Intel Arc. It was crappy, but the U.S. needs a chip manufacturer, which is why Intel is going up, right? So same thing with
Hmm.
the airline stocks, and then also the same thing with TSM. TSM puts all the chips in our F-35 jets, so it's a matter of national security. So things like that you gotta keep in mind. That's like it's always gonna go up, which is kind of crazy, but it's good too, good and bad. Depends on how you look at it.
Yeah. Well, that brings us to our main highlight, Nvidia, with its earnings next week. And I looked up the whales target on this thing, and whales target is sitting at 185. Whale support is sitting at 175, with about $8.27 million in net flow positive.
That's crazy.
So where did it go? So 185 has some room. Uh,
It had a pretty good rally on Friday too. At the low end.
right there. Oh, it just sits right at that resistance there, the whale's target. So yeah, I mean, if it breaks it, with the earnings, then that whale's target will become a support. I mean, we can simply see that, right? I mean, if it's a resistance right now, If it breaks it, if it does a breakout, then it will become a support. But right now, the veil support is sitting at 175, which, wow, okay. So it's sitting right there right now, on the veil support. So yeah, I'm not gonna be playing these earnings. I don't know which way it's gonna go. I will see where it, either a breakout or a breakdown, and then I'll go after that. But yeah, no earnings playing for me with Nvidia.
I think Snow's also having earnings this week, the same day as Nvidia.
Snow.
Yeah, I think.
So we can look at the base target for Snow. Let's see if it shows anything. Let's see. Oh wow. So the Wales target is at 210 for Snow, which is quite a distance. This is a good one.
Let me check if the earnings are coming up. I think it same day as Nvidia.
Can check that here quickly.
The Snowflake, yeah, same day as Nvidia. And CrowdStrike, CRWD,
Yeah,
HP.
Nvidia same day, 27th. So yeah, I mean this is actually, I may play this one. I mean the Wales target is at 210. Pretty good room.
Going for calls?
Calls, yeah.
Okay.
190.
I just need some assurance because like I don't know where it's gonna go. Like Nvidia's like uncertainty is it's getting on my nerves right now. So Snowflake's there's a direction I'm praising on.
Even if Nvidia drops, it's not gonna. It might go down, but it's not gonna stay there forever. People are
Yeah,
waiting to buy
Yeah,
that
yeah, of
stock.
buy the
course.
dip.
Of
Yeah,
course.
they're gonna do it immediately. I
Yeah.
think I think 185 for Nvidia is kind of low. I mean, I'm my average is really low. I'm not ever gonna. I probably won't ever sell, and I don't think it'll ever go under 100 again. But the support and floors,
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
like psychological constructs. So theoretically, like if it goes down, it could go down infinitely. Like, but I don't think it will. I think everything's hot, but
Yeah.
I think just I don't know. I wouldn't do calls on earnings because they could beat earnings. The stock can drop. It's like
Right,
it's
exactly.
irrational. It's irrational, and
Exactly. Exactly.
the moment
Yeah.
that you put it in your order, like the market makers see all that. Like even if the stock beats earnings and they see everyone's like buying calls, they're just gonna dump it. It's
Yes.
because it's all algorithmic trading, right? Like
Right.
floor support trend lines, they're nice to kind of give us confidence in what the market what it might do.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's all a psychological construct. Like Nvidia, it's worth whatever we think it's worth. Like the only reason why it's
Right.
the price it is because people are willing to pay that. But it's all
Yeah.
bots. It's all bots. I've lost a lot on earnings. I wouldn't touch earnings.
Yeah,
Just
I get very picky
It's
on
a gamble.
earnings.
yeah,
Yeah, I want to
just play the
see.
day after. And you
Yeah.
can play off the momentum, right? Like if it goes up,
Yeah.
it's gonna correct. So you can
Stick to shares at this
buy some
point.
puts. And if it opens up low, calls are cheap. Buy calls, but to hold
Yeah.
overnight or whatever the stock, you're just gonna lose money to time decay. So just if I were you, I would wait for the actual momentum and then play the movement. Just don't chase and don't hold.
And we just added shares to be honest.
That too, yeah, if you believe in it. I was looking at Snow. I saw it had a support or like a drop like in 2024. It hit like 189, and then I think it was like the beginning of this month it topped down at 190. So people do like it at that price, but
Yeah.
I just don't know too much about it. I mean, it's data. Data is just starting. That's why I picked my major in data, just because I kind of see where the world's going. Look at Palantir and Anduril, right? It's all
Yeah.
data.
Which
It's
one?
crazy.
POTR in Android.
Yeah,
Which one?
Enderil's not public yet, but I think they are gonna go.
Oh,
They're based in Costa Mesa. They're right down the street from OCC. If you guys are familiar with the
Yeah,
area.
I'm like 10 minutes from there.
Yeah, if you ever want to drive by it, it's on Harbor, like right by the Carl's Jr.
Harbor
It's really,
Boulevard. Okay.
yeah, it's really cool. You can see like the Anduril logo and everything.
so I will tell you, I have been able to do really well last three earnings season, and What I was looking at simply this. I was only looking at Wales target, and my criteria was there needs to be enough distance right before the earnings gets released. So the price and the Wales target, it needs to have good enough distance. If there's good enough distance, I know that earnings is then gonna be able to hit that. I was able to pick that with Meta earnings. Was it? I don't know if it was this earning or the last season,
Meta
but I
earnings was
was able
crazy,
to pick. Yeah,
skyrocketed.
yeah, exactly. So I was able to pick Meta same fashion. I was looking at the Wales target, and I was like, okay, I know it's gonna go up there. And it did. So I made a good money. Just looking at this, just looking at Wales target needs to be it needs to have good enough distance, which I see in snow. But I don't see that good enough distance
Nvidia.
in Nvidia. So that's why I'm going to ignore Nvidia. But snow, I'm definitely considering playing. But it really depends. I mean, by the 27th, it could already be near that Wales target. So then I'm not going to go. Um, I'm not gonna go take call option for that. Uh,
Hmm.
for me, yeah, for me to take that earning, it needs to have a good distance right at on that earning release. Only then it will shoot up there. Otherwise, it's not going to. So I'll see where snow is before the earnings gets released. If oops, did I?
The fact that Meta kept on going was like the best thing I've seen.
Yeah,
I
but
Yeah,
didn't
it
I didn't
goes
know how
yeah,
back
to.
to
same.
that it being part of our national security. You know, Meta is partnered with the government, and they have really close initiatives with cybersecurity, countering exploitation, threat intelligence. So it goes back to that thing where it's like, Meta's always going to go up just because it's central
Right.
to our security for the country.
Yeah.
Um, you know, they have a lot of government contracts. They just don't talk about it. People just think about like Quest. I
Mm,
mean, the what do they call them? The goggles or whatever, and then the Ray
Uh-huh.
Bans. Yeah, but it's like it's all front facing, but the real
Insider.
money is in the background.
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, they're definitely working with the government, and they have had few meetings.
If you check CRWD, that's like it's the same day as Nvidia.
Crowd.
Every single
CrowdStrike.
earnings, CrowdStrike, it kept on dropping. Every single earnings and it pumps back up.
Yeah, CrowdStrike is a good company. They just do the liquidity grabs. It's one of those
Yeah,
stocks where you just buy and hold because the like intraday volatility is a lot.
yeah,
It's we need CrowdStrike. Like it's integral to our national security.
yeah.
It goes back to that TSM. Goes back to Meta. It's like these stocks are never gonna go down. It's like play earnings, don't play earnings. I don't know. It's one of those where you like buy for the next 30 years.
I think I was checking puts earlier today. It was like in the 2,000, 4,000 ranges. I was like, nah, that's too much capital to put in
Yeah,
to
they're so
gamble too.
expensive. Yeah, it's just because the implied volatility, like people are expecting it to move crazy, right? So that just makes the option, it skews the price.
Yeah,
Same thing with Tesla and Nvidia. That's why I don't play Nvidia options.
the cars right now like 2K almost.
God, they're not. The
2K.
only affordable ones are like 1 to 2 day out, and then you get killed by time decay.
Yeah, that really sucks.
So it is hitting a golden zone right now. Yeah, hopefully it doesn't break it. But there is a pretty good demand zone for crowd right about here. So in the 360 to 386, right about here.
Could that be an order block or is it different?
It can serve as a order block, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because I mean, so the way you can see, this
And
week right
bullish
here,
engulfing, yeah.
exactly, right? I mean, it had a massive bullish candle right
And I'm
here.
not sure if this is correct, but after to be certified as an order block, it has to have a fair value gap as well, right? Or
And there
that's
is,
this one right there, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
right about
Yeah,
tapped in.
yes and no. Just depends on like how you kind of integrate that into your strategy.
yeah.
If you're playing short term options,
I think it won't help that much.
yeah, it helps. Um, and just what's your trading plan? Are you scalping? Are you holding? Are you playing calls?
So, there was a break of structure. So, even before having that break of structure, I mean, we had two massive bullish engulfing, one here, and and when I pulled this chart, I actually had the same thing. There was a demand zone. I don't even know. I don't remember when I had put this here, but I'm looking at this bullish engulfing right at that zone that I had drawn. I don't remember when. So there was a bullish engulfing, right? I mean, back to back bullish engulfing. That shows, institutions coming back and institutional buying. So, and then it had a break of structure right after that, which pushed the price, even higher. So right now, this is just a dip buying right here. This is just dip buying, with two major demand zones, one here, 363, 386. Then, of course, there's one here. So until it breaks this, if it breaks this, then it's going to be in downtrend. But right now, it's this in an uptrend. It also had a break of structure right about here too, right? So right about there. So there was a break of structure. So it's keep on hitting break of structure. So yeah, I'm thinking that it's gonna go back to the high and create another break of structure right about here. Yeah, definitely in overall uptrend.
Oh yeah, I mean, we need them for national security. That
Long
stock's
term too.
it's never gonna go down.
Yeah. What about Palantir?
Palantir is another it's
A lot of
another
government
company
contracts
that's
as well.
super
Yeah.
intertwined with our national security. People talk about the P&E and they don't make money. Like it's irrelevant. We need them. It's
Yeah.
insane, kind of all the monitoring that they do. It goes back to being like in that same bucket as Meta, CrowdStrike.
Yeah. So let's look at the demand zones for this one. I actually don't even see one back down here. All I see is just this consolidation here somewhere here. So I mean, yeah, it can come down all the way
I was
down
looking
here.
at puts. It's really cheap right now. Like dirt cheap right now, like $20 for puts. I'm not gonna go for it,
Nice.
but
For
I mean
what?
Yeah.
For
for
Palantir?
PLTR, yeah, like far
Oh,
out. But I'll check
I
again.
I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
That stock's like so irrational. It's gonna continue going up just because of the
hmm
national security
Yeah.
things. Yeah,
Yeah.
like I thought the same thing. Like that's why I looked into
Retail's
it.
favorite as well too.
Yeah, it didn't make sense to me until I started looking how intertwined they are with the government. Yeah, it's like TSM. Like they're never gonna let that go. It's gonna keep going up.
I was thinking about like September 19 calls because the cuts and stuff. But I'll
Yeah,
look into
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's a solid play. Honestly, if you buy any far dated call for when the cuts are gonna happen. Like it's
Mhm.
any you can wake up that day and just buy calls. You're gonna make money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we should look at Intel,
Oh yeah,
right?
right.
The
We're
hot
going
topic.
like 10%.
What is it, man? What is it? What is it?
INTC?
INT.
Oh,
TC?
yeah, INTC.
Yeah, I get confused on that too. Corporation for C.
That's it. That's all he got us. Just in that range.
Yeah,
That
because like
deal
their
with the.
products are
Wait,
crappy, man.
where's the pump? Oh, right there. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like,
I,
where is it?
I remember they were hyping their Intel Arc chips during COVID, and they came out and they were like $1,500, and everyone that bought one on Reddit, it just caught on fire or they weren't good. Like the only reason why we bought 10% is because it goes back to the national security thing. Like we can't like if China decides to I don't they're never going to, but if they decide to invade Taiwan, like we need to hit the ground running because TSM makes all the chips for almost everything. Ford, Jeep, GM, Lockheed Martin, Apple, like literally nothing would exist without TSM. It's kind of crazy, but like nobody really talks about it.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean it's in the range. news or no news, it needs to break
Yeah,
this range.
because people know, like they know this company sucks. Even their processors, their i9s, like I'd rather have an AMD chip. It's cheaper and it's better.
All right, Upstart. Where are we? It's a good and uptrend. Could do better. Any interest in Upstart?
What's your biggest stock you own, Jaswinder? Am I saying your name right? Sorry,
That's good. Jasvinder is close enough.
Jaswinder.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So, thing about me, I don't do stocks at all. I don't hold any stocks. I only do options, and I love to do swing options. My last year return was over 100% just swinging options. So
Dang, it's crazy.
yeah, I'm staying away from the news media. They're trying to call me, and I'm just joking. Yeah. So,
So,
in a lot of my learning sessions, I focus a lot on risk management, and I'm glad to hear you talking about ETFs because that goes to risk management. You're talking about risk also, so I'm glad to see the young people now talking about risk because during COVID time, right after COVID, everybody just like you said, just go buy, just keep buying, right? I mean, everything was just flying, and then downtrend started, and a lot of people lost money.
Yeah,
Uh,
I held
so
through the downtrend. That's when I started buying a lot of Nvidia and TSM. But I mean, I was down a lot. But it happens. Like like if you, in actuality, if you break it down, stock market it's pretty much just like a Ponzi scheme. Like you just have to get in first and hope people jump in on top of you because it's all facade.
yeah. And
lose
so
track
the
it.
thing is that with the stock market, it's highly manipulative, and that's the
Yeah,
thing we don't
facade.
get good hold of. So we
Yeah.
always, whenever we're starting trading, we don't realize that there are actually people working against us. So
Oh
it,
yeah,
it takes a little
100%.
bit, it takes a little bit of time for us to realize that, right? So,
Yeah, 100%. It's like as soon as you enter your order, like these like I forget what the term is, like high intensity traders, they see your trade before like hits the
oh
order
yeah,
book and just
yeah, yeah,
trade
Two
against you.
milliseconds before high frequency
Yeah,
traders.
literally.
That's the only thing
yeah.
with like
Or
And
even
I met like some good traders, and there was one very common thing I heard from them. They said, if you find a good strategy, a good setup, do not share with other people's because what happens is these algos, they will capture what you're doing and they will ruin all of that.
kind of
So
weird.
anytime we come up with a really good strategy, I mean, you will notice that. You will notice this. You something will work for a period, and then there comes a time where all of it will start fading, and then you will be like, why is it not working now? Why
Yeah.
it was working like last month, but it's not working now because the algos, they capture what you're doing, and they will
opposite
recreate
directions. Yeah,
themselves. Yeah, they will do the
Yeah.
opposite thing of that. So
Yeah, that's why I say if assess your risk. If you have a stomach for it, play the options. But if you want to protect your capital, you don't have a lot of savings,
yeah.
just buy the ETFs and hold stocks.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, the good
Like
old buy and hold strategy.
yeah, literally, yeah. That's kind of like what I resorted to just because when I first started out, I lost a lot, but now, I mean, it's pretty much break even now, but it happens. I pretty much just hold and pretty much made all my returns back on Nvidia and TSM.
Mm, yeah,
Also, I would just recommend to people just buy and hold.
yeah,
It's the
yeah,
reason why 90% of people that trade lose money.
yeah. So there's a person that I follow a lot. I actually learned from him, Adam Koo. He's been, in stock market since I say like 1990.
Wow.
And yeah, I mean, he has like over $1 million portfolio and stuff.
Imagine buying
So
Nvidia at that price.
I'm sure, his price is very low. That's all he does. He
His
will
average
buy
is one
stocks.
dollar. Imagine.
I don't know. I'm sure, with the split and all that, it is very low. But yeah, that's all he does. He will buy stocks. He will, add them, when they're dipping, and then he will just hold them. That's it. And he made like really good, good like gains out of that. So yeah, he has like over a million followers now. I think on his YouTube channel now. So
Wait, can you check Google?
Amazon,
Oh,
was that?
after Amazon, can you check Google?
Oh, Google, yeah.
After Amazon, of course.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Amazon, kind of surprised. So kind of had that V going, but slowing down here. But I think it should pick up as the, winter months coming, and then their sales start to come. I don't know, with
They make
the
most of their money from Azure. That's like their biggest money
yeah.
maker.
Yeah,
They're
what is
like
that?
they're like Costco. So their loss leader is the front facing community of like Amazon, but Azure is the data management. So they pretty
I
much
see. Okay.
they handle like 80% of the country's web traffic through their data centers. So there that
Oh,
is Azure. You can look it up. Azure. It's what all the companies
yeah,
are
I've
fighting
heard that
for.
before, but I
Yeah.
didn't really look into it that much.
They have a lot of internships if anyone's in data.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh
Good to know.
man. It's a good company, but it just moves really, really slow. That's the only thing. But it's solid. I
So
if
which one did you say? AZU?
oh no,
RE.
it's Amazon, but they own Azure. It's not publicly traded.
Azure.
It's a
Oh, okay, the own. Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
yeah, it's a subset of Amazon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're a data center.
Google's really good, I feel like, long term.
Oh yeah.
I
Oh
I
no,
think,
actually,
yeah.
I'm confused. I'm sorry. Microsoft owns Azure. Amazon is AWS, Amazon Web
AWS.
Services.
Okay, yeah, that makes
Okay.
sense. Yeah.
AWS, they are the ones. Sorry, I was playing games. Yeah, they they handle most of the country's web traffic.
So Google right now has a whale's target at 210 with a whale support at 205.
For
Google's
that,
another one that goes
for
back
that
to that
software,
map.
you have to pay, what's it
Huh?
called? A membership, right? Subscription for the website you're using.
Oh yeah. Their biggest moneymaker goes back to national security. Like they're integrated so deeply with the U.S. They give global positioning for missile strikes. They help the military. So Google's gonna keep going up. They had that big breakthrough here in Santa Barbara for their quantum chip. So it's a good buy.
They got in pretty late.
Yeah. I mean, no, it's not late at all, dude. It's undervalued. I didn't have the patience. I had Google like $90 and I sold it. It was just moving so slow.
I mean, 179 average for
And
this.
that's pretty good. I would say just keep buying. Just buy and hold. It'll work out for you. 'Cause compound interest is insane.
Oh, it has a dividends coming September 8th on Google. So yes, it is going to go up because
Yep.
people want dividends.
If they start pulling Apple and start doing buybacks, 200 is going to look very cheap.
Are you talking about Apple?
For Google, like if they start doing stock buybacks,
Oh
like
yeah, I see. Yeah.
200 will be
Yeah,
cheap. Yeah.
yeah, that's true. Micron. Any interest in Micron?
Micron, is that the micro supercomputer?
No, it's the
Uh,
Micron. They are semiconductor company.
mm-mm.
Yeah, whale's target is pretty close, so don't expect it to go too high up. AVGO. Oh, it's taking a dip.
Traffic in this one. Yeah.
It's a nice dip buying here.
Wait, nuclear
270.
power, it's like the backbone of semiconductors, right? Because it powers it, data centers and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Depends. They use hydropower too.
Okay. So water stocks.
Yeah, I
Water
just haven't
stocks.
looked into it.
I got to research into water stocks. Good for everything, I would say. Especially beneficial for drinking as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if there's any good water. Do you know
There
any?
has to be some like hydropower stock that we don't know.
I know one CADIZ, I think. I'm
C
not
which one?
ADIZ.
ADIZ.
I'm not sure if that is, but yeah, that
Cadiz.
should be it. It's like water exploration, but it's not the one
Oh,
you're looking
This
for.
is real
exploration.
estate. This is real
Oh,
estate.
let me check. What was that one talking about?
No, but it is a land and water resource development company.
Oh, then. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, groundwater supply, groundwater storage, and agriculture. It's a pretty old company.
That's a good sign.
1992. Yeah.
1980s. Wait, what's the highest all-time high? Wow, actually, I didn't even know that.
Yes. Back here, 14,
13.
14, 15. Oh, no, wait,
It
hold
was
on.
fun.
It's even higher.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. How much did it drop? It's a penny stock now.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, at one point it was at 250?
Wow.
Seriously.
Yo,
Wow.
Did they split?
that's
Yeah, it happens.
what's flatlining right now?
I think they probably have split. I mean, that's the only reason it can
Yeah.
come down to $4.
1980s, they probably like cuts or something.
But it looks a solid company. I mean, it's pretty old at the low right now. Yeah, this is something you can buy and just hold. Especially they being in a water, I think there's definitely good potential. The recent high sits at about $5-6, which is pretty good.
Let me check some water stocks. Hydrogen stocks.
Water stocks will go under what's the sector?
It says Bloom Energy. Let's see this. Plug
Bloom
Power.
Energy.
Wait,
Yeah, we just
Plug
looked up
Power? I
Bloom
heard of
Energy.
Plug
Yeah,
Power. That's the water exploration, right?
Bloom Energy. No, they are the
Energy. Okay.
electric. Wasn't that electrical? Electrical.
It
Yeah, electrical
says
products.
yeah, green hydrogen. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, what was the Chinese stock you're saying? That's like the Chinese hood?
The
Tiger?
Tiger.
Tiger,
TIGR.
okay.
Yeah. Up, but it's the Up FinTech Holding.
Okay. Perfect. Oh wait, one more stock. UNH.
The
Let's
old
see this
famous.
one. Yeah. Oh, it just dropped. Okay.
That's such an easy recovery stock. Like you just put
Yeah.
your money in there. Being Buffett bought, all the lemmings are gonna follow. It'll go back up. They are making money. They're just a public facing company. Just like so, their public opinion like is really strong for that stock. People they want to feel good, so they're dumping it. And then people that don't care, they just want to make money. They're shorting it. So it'll recover.
They will recover. Yes, I agree.
100%. Yeah.
And
You
look
check
at
the
their
all-time high for this?
dividend. Look at their dividend. It's
Yeah.
$2.21
Yeah,
for one share.
it's a good stock. It's just I don't know. if you don't care, like I don't know, I feel dirty investing in it just because I don't agree with their business practices. But I mean, it's the reason why their stock's so expensive. They make money doing that. It's just unethical. But what is ethics and money? I guess I don't know.
So I had actually, I mean, we can see the drawing. I had actually given a long-term target at about 641, and it came pretty close, but then it dropped. So that's for that. Yeah, I mean the high sits at 630. Didn't hit my 641.
Oscar, Hims, Bull, a lot of resales. It's all like quiet now.
But I mean, yeah, we can look at fib here also, and we can look at where the golden zone sits. So the golden zone 50% sits at 420. I mean, there's plenty of room from where it is right now to 420. And I mean, even if it doesn't hit the all-time high, you know, chances are pretty high that it's gonna hit the golden zone at 420. Okay, I think that should wrap up the session. Good session. We can, definitely continue this every week in the evenings and look at stocks and market. So for the market, yeah, my bias is just moving sideways up until we get that final announcement from the Fed to lower the rates. But we did look at some good stocks, so those will keep on going higher. The ones good ones that's in the uptrend. So and yeah, manage your risk. Don't go heavy size. This is not a certain times. It's very uncertain. Crazy things happening left and right. So manage your risk. That's why I love options. I can get an option for any price range. I can get a call option for like 10 cents, right? So I can get a call option for 20, for 30. So yeah, manage your risk, look at how much you can afford, how much you're comfortable losing, and then go with that mentality. And you know, if you do everything, if you check everything, most likely you will get a winning trade. So this is not the time to get greedy. This is the time to just make a little money here there, and then once we get into a certain a good predictable times, right, that's when you can go a little bit more riskier sizings. All right, we'll go ahead and
Cool.
end this
Good job.
session. Huh?
Good job. That was a good meeting. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we'll continue holding these meetings, yeah, every Sunday.
All right. Thank you guys.
All right, thank you
वाहिगुरु जी
for
का खालसा
joining.
वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह
Very Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.